I was.
Grumpy clown.
I was.
Grumpy clown.
It was really hot that day. That was up there at the hydro.
It was the one that he was like that one, mommy, that one. So
Everyone thinks because you're a zombie, you don't know good coffee. Well, they're wrong. There's only one brew that gets my seal of approval. Deadly Grounds coffee is my guilty pleasure. The aroma is so intoxicating. It brings all of my neighbors out of the woodwork. Deadly Grounds coffee. Coffee to die for and zombie approved. It's good to get a little deadly. Use the front door! Oh, they're so disgusting.
The Dorkening and all affiliated shows are not intended for anyone under the age of 18. The following may contain discussions or scenes that have adult situations, graphic violence, nudity, strong sexual content, and graphic language. This show is intended for mature audiences only. Viewer discretion is advised.
You're watching Tanner's Haunted Secrets
on the Outline Network.
What they say.
Dun, dun, dun.
There's a secret sound heading deep within the center of the earth. Until you listen closely enough, you can hear it. And it sounds like razors through flesh. We are merely here to turn up the volume.
Well. Great to see you all back. I'm surprised you showed up. But yet again, you guys are watching another episode of Tanner's Haunted Secrets. I'm impressed. But you know what? I could be more impressed than having a clown name called Uncle Bad Touch. I'm so glad that we have the rating that we do that warns you that this show just might have different items in it. Now, Uncle Bad Touch might be a name, but I'm sure he's not that bad, right?
No, not just a little bit.
Okay. So, if you go to Hammer Brothers Haunted Circus and you see a clown with a giant feather, it might be Uncle Bad Touch. I don't know. And the thing is, I have went to different haunts and seen Uncle Bad Touch. He doesn't just go one. So, you know, he's one of those traveling happy boys.
Yeah, I try to get around as much as I can.
Dude, that so many bad jokes with that. As soon as you say that,
take it as you want to.
I try getting around. That's not such a good thing, but welcome.
Thank you,
Joey. It's great to have you here.
Yeah.
So I'm going to ask you the bear questions I always ask, and it's, well, what the heck got you started in this haunted house industry? It couldn't have been because you seen one of those little shaky ghosts that go, woo, right?
Yeah, it was kind of like that. One of those ghosts actually touched me in the wrong way.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, but no, I don't. It's been 9 years now, and I think you know him, Dakota Donovan. He was the old manager for. He's my cousin, and he asked me one time. He was like, "Hey, you should come out and work, and I think you'd like it." So I tried it out for a weekend, and they started me off in paintball my first year. So I was like, I don't know if I really like it. So I came back the next year. He put me into the Cornfield, and I just loved it ever since. And then from there, I moved up to Q line, which as of last year.
Well,
That's
that's one
kind
of those. What's that?
that's kind of what started it all for me, is him bringing me out for that weekend, and I just kind of liked it ever since.
Well, that's pretty cool because we all get into the haunted house industry a little differently.
Hmm.
So where the heck did this name come from?
So it was actually, so Matt, the owner, he had the outfit, and he was like, "Hey, you should wear this outfit." And I was like, "Yeah, sure." Because I think he bought it from Transworld, the outfit itself, and it already had the name tag and everything on it. Because before it was blue, it was like orange, green, and all those different colors. But then I had Jessica Stubbs, she painted it blue to match my mask. So the outfit's just, the name's always stuck to it since we bought it. And then I just kind of
Nice.
built the character around stuff that's happened at the farm.
Well, that's cool. So what's one of your favorite things about your character?
My favorite thing about the character is it being Uncle Bad Touch. Like, there's moments in the right group, I can say certain things, and they think it's just funny because the name and stuff, and everybody just gets a kick out of the name. But then at the same time, I'm a clown, so I can kind of be scary. I can be funny about it. Just depends on how the group's reacting to it.
Okay. So you went from paintballing and you know when I heard that you guys were paintballing, I was like, yeah, that's pretty cool. And then all of a sudden it's like, that poor son of a gun that's in that suit.
Oh,
You know, these people have to take their anger and frustration and probably be like, hey, can I get him in Frozen account?
it sucked when it was cold out because the paintballs they stiffen up.
Oh,
So
trust me, I know.
no matter how much padding you have on, it still hurts really bad. So I give
So,
it to them. They take a lot of beating out there.
so that should have been where your name came from, Mr. Bad Touch getting shot with the paintball gun. Everybody
Should
was
have.
giving you the bad touch.
Yeah.
I can see how that got played. But
It sucked.
yeah, I mean, paintball is one of those things that a lot of haunts, some of them did really successful, and some of them absolutely no. We're just going to get rid of this, and it seems like you guys been doing this for quite a long time, so it seems like it's working for your guys' haunt.
Oh yeah, it's definitely brought a lot of people in. Everybody likes it. It's really good for the kids because so we have the hunt, but we're not running that this year. So this year it's only the wagon paintball. So it's good for
Okay,
the younger kids. They can come in if they don't want to get scared in the cornfield or other attractions we have. They can just do the paintball and have a good time.
okay. I'll tell you, it's always wonderful listening to different haunts. So, you move around to different haunts in the off
Hmm.
season. Where do you go, and what's a couple of different haunts?
So far I've been to the Haunted Town Hall. I've been there a handful of times. I've been to the Hydro a couple of times. Went to Blood Prison. Um, I could have sworn there was like one more. That's all I can
So,
think of right now because I just started doing the traveling guest acting about a year and a half, 2 years ago.
so what's some of the things that you like to do at your haunt?
At our haunt, I like to. So we do the thing where we can duct tape people. We can pull random people out of the queue line and we can duct tape them. So I just love wrapping a crap ton of duct tape around them, and then they're just struggling to get back into line, and everybody's just laughing at them. That's pretty funny to do. And then we do a van skit at the beginning of the night. I'll drive a van up to the queue line, and then I'll go back and let a group of people out, and it's all like chainsaws, and our queue line guys, they'll jump out, and the people that's in like the ticket line or in the queue line already, they get like an early start of the haunt before we actually open. That's pretty fun to do too.
So, in the years that you've been doing it, what's some of your favorite scares you've been able to do there?
there's a lot, but some of my favorite ones. Are you talking about like the best scares I've had, or what's my like favorite thing to do scaring?
Well, there's two questions with that. You answer one and then go for the other one.
Okay. So I like to do is like I'll sit there and I I'll sit there and argue back and forth with myself, and people just think it's like insane, and then you just like when you're arguing back and forth with yourself, you just jump straight to them, and it just scares the crap out of them. And then I like to just like stalk around a lot. Like, so when I first started, I'll just creep around the queue line, just stare at everybody, get the first round in, and I'll disappear for 5 minutes, and then I'll come back in, and that's when I really like go into scaring them. That way they can see what's there, but they're like, what's he doing? Where is he supposed to be at? That's another fun thing to do. But some of my favorite scares I've gotten, this was like my second year in Cornfield, I believe, and had this group of people come through, and me and my buddy was working this area. It was scarecrows, and we both had those horn guns, and we scared them. Well, this one guy comes back around, and he picked up a corn stalk. He picked it out of the ground or something. I don't know where he got it from, but he came back around and started chasing me and my buddy with it. That was pretty funny. And then there was this other group, me and the other queue line actor, Ernie. We scared this group, and this guy said he shit himself. Well, I didn't believe him until he like reached his hand down inside of his pants, and he pulled out brown crap on his hands. I was like, that's disgusting. That was another fun one to do. Or
Oh,
that's
jeez.
happened.
Well, I'll tell you.
Yeah, that's about it. That's worth talking about.
Oh no, everything's worth talking about. I mean,
There's
heck,
so many.
I'll
So
tell
many.
you. Me being a haunt actor for, let's see here, 20 years now. It's been fun doing the different stuff. Some days you'll have that great time where all of a sudden you're like on your A game. Other days you're like, well, that could have went better.
Yeah.
No single day is like another day, and no scare is like any other scare.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot repeat it. You didn't get on film. You'll never see it again.
100%.
But it's always great to be able to think of the big ones, think of the small ones, because those are the ones that teach you how to be better and how to make yourself a little more aggressive, maybe.
Oh yeah, it's always a learning experience with it.
So, what kind of things do you on your weapon choice?
Weapon choice. So there's a few that I like to use in queue line. That I use a fake taser, and that really gets them. And then for like more of the older groups, that's like okay with you doing it. A cattle prod, those are fun to use because it really catches them off. They think it's fake, but then it's really not. But we had a mummified rabbit in the queue line, and there's a lot of people that just really grossed out about it. Nobody liked it at all. We make our own fake knives, and I like to use those too. They look really realistic. So those are another good one to use. But this year I'm wanting to. We have those heads on the bungee string that you can throw out and they come back. I'm wanting to start like learning, training myself with those a little more. Start getting those out.
Those are the things that catch me off guard every single
Mhm.
time because I
Yeah.
go to grab and it's not coming to me.
Yeah.
There's only one time I've been able to grab one, and that's because they he moved.
Oh, am I still there?
Yeah. You just tilted and this and that, so I was wondering what happened there.
Oh, I was getting a call. My phone started vibrating.
Tell them to call back later. You're
No, I did.
doing something more important. Tell them to watch the show. They'll get it figured out.
I told him.
But yeah, when you have those bungee heads on bungees, they're always great.
Mhm.
They're a great prop. The baddest thing that you can do with those things is not take care of them,
Yeah.
not pay attention, because if the bungee seems like it's getting where you need to get it replaced, you need to replace it.
Yeah, so it don't snap off.
It's a great show when it snaps, but you can only do it once. I'll tell you, I love these new props. There's some props out there that are great, like the lightning sticks.
Mhm.
Those are great, but we also have to pay attention. These things do like to break.
Yeah. Are you talking about the ones from Scare Innovations?
Probably, yeah.
I was gonna say we seems like every year we have to go. Just a couple months ago, I just went through. Me and Dylan both. We fixed all of ours. We had to. They weren't getting contact, so they weren't arcing like they should. So,
Right.
Yeah, those are another good one, but they're just tricky to use. Not get the wires burn up.
Right. Oh man. So what's one of your favorite scenes at your guys' haunt?
So my favorite scene out there would have to be I don't know. I really like the Funhouse. Not a lot of people know about it yet, but it's a new attraction we put up last year. That's got to be my favorite area out there. It's just all around insane with the amount of strobes and fog we have in there. But
Right.
there's a couple of new scenes there's a couple new scenes we're putting in, but one of the new scenes, once it comes out, it's gonna be probably my number one favorite. I can't really say much about it yet, but it's definitely gonna probably top the Funhouse.
Oh, I'm sure Dylan won't mind if you talk. I'm joking. No, I want your haunt to have so many surprises as much as I want every other haunt to have surprises. I know that we talk about different stuff on this show, and there's a lot of projects that people can let information leak out here, leak out there, but I do not ever want you guys to giving away the main scare.
Yeah, of course. It's definitely going to be pretty intense. I can't wait to see the first group go through it just to see how they react to it.
Now, did you say it was intense?
It's gonna be, yeah.
So, is it a 10 by 10 or?
No, it's a new room in the Funhouse, not Funhouse, but the Homestead. It's at the end of it, and there's strobes in there, and it's called the Skinner Room. That's about all I can really say about it right now. But it's definitely gonna be different.
Well, good. So, I don't know. I know that you sent some pictures. I think Jenny's got them.
Oh, I have them
Jenny?
all.
Well, you sound like a Pokemon catcher. You want to go through the pictures here?
So yeah, that one's a group that wanted a picture up in Q Line. That's one of our photo ops we have up there.
Okay. Oh, and all I did to your pictures was cut off the black parts where it's just the straight picture.
Yeah, that's fine. That one is me. That's Uncle Bad Touch, Ernie, and then Chaos. And that one.
Ooh, chaos. I love meeting chaoses.
That one is Uncle Bad Touch and Aces. She's an actor in the Homestead.
And that's one of those zappers I was talking about.
Yep. And then that's one of my new characters. I'm still trying to figure out a name for him. But you've seen that one at Town Hall. I think. No, you came Saturday. I didn't wear that Saturday night.
You've been down to Hell's Dungeon, haven't you?
No, I haven't went there. I want to go though. That one right there is the Hydro up in Key Line.
Right.
And then that was a picture that we took. That was at the start of a night, and we just thought it looked cool.
It does look cool.
That's
The
awesome.
front of the Key Line shelter house. That's another one of a group on family night that wanted a picture with me. That one's at the Hydro. That one was just, I forget who took that picture. They were standing above me, like up above, and I just looked up and there's the camera.
So one thing I do want to point out, and you do have contact lenses that you put in, right?
Oh yeah.
So it is so important that people really pay attention to where you're getting your contacts from.
Oh, for sure.
If you don't, and I'm just saying this because we've talked about this multiple times, if you do not pay attention and they are not taken care of, these are the only pair of eyes that you guys have.
Mm-hmm.
That's behind these contacts. If it doesn't feel good, it doesn't comfortable, don't say, well, it looks awesome, so I need to just push on. It's a very bad thing.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of haunters that have scratched their eyes because they have done something, or they've got contacts from a cheap place. And sometimes you just gotta do your research. I'm not going to ever tell you where to get contacts.
Oh yeah.
Because I don't wear contacts. I wear glasses. Even my character's got glasses.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody said, well, that's not scary that you got glasses. And it's like, okay. And then 5 minutes later, they're running because they see the chainsaw.
Yeah.
I you know what? If I put a pair of glasses on the chainsaw, does it make it less scary?
No.
If I put a pair of glasses on the machetes, does it make it less scary?
Not at all.
No. So sometimes it doesn't have to be perfectly scary as much as the mentality and how you are using your character.
Yeah.
I will tell you that. Absolutely.
You could go out there in just normal clothes and get a good scare on somebody.
I have scared people coming out of a Porter John with a fake toilet bowl plunger and screaming at them and telling them, boy, that was really clogged up with brown paint and sponge on that toilet bowl plunger, and looking at them and asking if they want to lick.
I'd definitely lick it.
Oh my gosh, I'll tell you. There's so many people that's like, no. And, I misplaced my toilet bowl plunger. Found it, and I have used it at Town Hall in their kitchen scene.
Okay.
And I asked everybody if they like pudding, and they say yeah. And I pull it out and say, "Well, take a good lick," and they swear they can smell it. That's how unsettling that toilet bowl plunger is. Great prop.
Oh, 100%.
But it's how you sell them. It's how you sell yourself.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you put on a mask, you could be a prop at Spirit Halloween.
Oh, for sure.
But it's how you project yourself. And I know that you guys over at Hammer Brother have absolutely done some incredible scares because we ain't too far away from you guys.
No, not at all.
And you guys have people go to you or go to us after you.
Mm-hmm.
And these people have told us, what a great scare ours has been, what a great scare yours has been, and told us a little bit about this and this. Now, one of the things I want to bring up, you guys don't just have one haunt.
No.
How many haunts do you guys have?
This year, I think we have 4. So we have the Cornfield, we have the Homestead, we have the Funhouse, and then we have the Zombie Paintball. But if the hunt was running, it would be 5.
Okay. So,
but everything besides the paintball is a hands-on touch haunt. So you will get touched no matter what. That's
so you
another...
guys
do what?
You guys are a touch haunt.
Yes.
How do you guys break up the pricing? Do you have a price for this haunt, or do you have one price that covers it all?
So each attraction is broke up into different pricing. I'm pretty sure like the Cornfield, Homestead, and Funhouse, I'm pretty sure they're all the same. But then I think paintball's just like $5 more, I think. Something like that. And then the hunt, that's got its own pricing too.
Okay.
But then for if you want the full touch experience, like duct tape and everything, there's a touch option, like the glow necklace. You can get that for $5, and that's how you get that.
Well, I'm a firm believer I don't need that because you guys will terrorize me no matter if I've got it or not. And I kid you not, I've went through so many haunts and there was no option. I was getting touched. I was getting this. I was getting that. I've been thrown in places, and it's like, I didn't get any of that. And they're like, but we know who you are. And that's one of the great things and terrible things about being a person that people know I love haunted houses.
Yeah.
I do have a fight or flight, and that's hard for me to back it down. So if something gets too serious, I tell them time out, or I yell pineapple really loud, and they question what decision they just made.
Yeah.
Because no one yells pineapple too many times for no reason.
Yeah.
I've yelled Patrick Star before.
That's a new one.
Yeah, I've yelled everything, and it takes them off guard enough that they've had the moment where they're like, What?
What's he talking about?
Right.
That's funny.
I can't tell if you're pointing at something Friday or what you got. A tooth?
Uh-oh.
It looks like a tooth. You totally
He
got
had to
yourself
come.
muted.
Yeah, it muted me because Dante's like, "Oh my gosh, it fell out, mommy." So I calmed him down. He's like, "Tell them I lost a tooth," and I'm like, "Okay, I will show them."
Okay. I've got a jar somewhere, and I don't know where my jar is, but I have a jar, and it's got teeth in it.
Yeah,
saving them up for the tooth fairy.
Well,
yeah.
I'm a firm believer that the tooth fairy gets their money from spray paint companies. Like the children's teeth go into spray paint companies. And that's what that rattle is. Everybody's like, "Oh, it's a glass marble." No, according to the one place that we learn half of our stuff from, Simpsons. According to Simpsons, that's where Bart swears it's from.
That is a good logic.
So, Friday, you've muted yourself. Unmute yourself, and I know you got to say something here because I've just been taking this for a roller coaster.
Oh, Dante and the kids and I have multiple questions, so I figured I'd. Can I go ahead and do theirs first?
Sure.
I don't
Okay.
care. Yeah, because we have
Uh,
a scripted show. I showed you how bad I am at reading my own script.
yes, you did. Okay, this little guy, the one who just lost his tooth, and then his big sister had questions because this time she wanted to add. Let's go with hers first. She asked
Okay.
if you like anime.
Uh, I've never really watched anime. I've seen like some TikToks of it, but I've never really like watched episodes of it yet.
Okay. Do you have a favorite animated series, which is like Scooby Doo and SpongeBob and so on? Those type
Definitely
of things.
Scooby Doo.
Okay. It can be something other than Scooby Doo. I was just giving suggestions of what
Yeah,
animated. Yeah.
that's probably my favorite of all time is Scooby Doo. I grew up watching that all the time.
Then that would Soapy, the middle one, definitely loves that. Dante asks if you want to cook with Mario, the video game character.
Cook with Mario. Yeah.
Yeah, like spaghetti or some type of dinner.
Um.
Okay. What
Yeah.
would you make
What would I
if
make?
you cook
Probably grilled cheese.
grilled cheese?
Yeah.
Okay,
That's my favorite food.
that works. Ooh,
He
grilled
says
cheese
grilled
is
cheese.
always
I
good.
love it. Grilled cheese. I love it.
Do you like to play video games?
Yes, I play when I can. I like to play Fortnite, Call of Duty, and then Forza Horizon. It's a card game.
Okay. He wanted to know if you liked the video games Mario or Five Nights at Freddy.
Yeah, I've played Five Nights at Freddy's, and then I used to play Mario all the time. They're both really good games.
Okay. Um, his last question, Pyle already asked you, so I'm gonna skip that. It was the one about the weapons.
Okay.
Sorry,
And
I didn't see that on the list.
yeah, I decided to put them down because they were both asking questions. I'm like, crap, I need to get them all down here because the my little TikTok girl found out you were coming on. I'm like, yeah, you can ask some questions. Um, you have many masks
Oh
that
yeah,
you've used, and we can see them behind you.
yeah.
Um, is there do each of them have a special significance in your heart, or do you have one characters that you use them for you like better?
So I have right now I have 3 outfits, and then I have 4 masks. My Uncle Bad Touch one, which is this guy right here, and then my silicone mask all the way at the top. Those I like to use for Uncle Bad Touch, and that's like my go-to outfit because everybody knows it. And then I have this outfit right here. I just bought that this year at Trans World. I bought it in case I want to use it for when it gets a little colder because it's a little heavier. So that'll be towards the end of the season kind of outfit. And then I have this other clown outfit, and it's got like the pant legs are cut off, and then the sleeves are cut off, so I can put like arm bands and leg bands on. That's for when it gets really, really hot. It'll allow the airflow to come up, cool me down.
Okay, that is awesome. Um, do you have a favorite go to like phrase or scare for when you know they're going to be a hard scare?
Mm. So if they're a hard scare, and if I'm in a spot, my go-to would definitely be like a jump scare to get them startled at first, and then that's when I usually go in and start being more creepy with them and stuff. Because if you know they're going to be hard to scare, you can't. It's hard to go up to them and just scare them just
Mhm.
by them already seeing you. So a good jump scare will get them almost all the time. So that's definitely what I'd do as a jump scare to start it off.
Okay. Do you have any advice for newer haunters?
Newer advice for hunters.
Well, it doesn't have to be newer advice. It just has to be advice for new hunters.
Okay. Definitely take care of yourself, like cough drops, medicine, drink plenty of water. Because if you like doing haunt and you don't have any of that stuff, you just never tried cough drops or anything, you're gonna hate it. But once you start taking cough drops and the medicines and drinking water, it's gonna make you feel so much better the next morning. And then get plenty of sleep. It's hard to during the haunt season. This is your normal job, and then you got haunt that night all weekend. So try to sleep as much as you can, because that'll really help you out too. And then do what makes you feel comfortable. Like if there's an area that you don't feel comfortable working, talk to somebody and have them switch it up. Because most managers and owners and stuff, they're always willing to work with you to change your scene so you're comfortable to work there. And then try to make friends with some of the people that you're working with. It'll just make the night so much better. You'll get way more scares doing it that way. If you guys are all like friends with each other, you're just gonna work way better with each other.
Okay, that is really good advice, and a whole lot of other hunters that we've gotten to talk to have agreed with many of those things. And I I think one of my favorite things. Okay, I love clowns. I have loved
Yeah.
clowns since I was a kid.
Mhm.
I'd go as a clown for so many Halloweens, and I'm finding out that there are so many different types as I go along, that
Oh yeah.
the personalities and the difference in the clowns, because
Mhm.
I have like a friend has, like, the original clowns, like the nose and everything.
Yeah.
His family would do the original ones, and then
Okay.
I find the scary ones. And you guys have a whole different point of view and mentality.
Yeah.
And I've truly loved the exploration of what it means to be a clown for each of you guys.
Hmm.
Um, w- what keeps you going as a clown? Like, it's like, this is what I want to be, and I love this.
I like being a clown because no matter who the group is, you can either be scary, you can be funny with them. Because you're a clown, you work at a circus, so you can be funny throughout times. You're scary, you can be creepy, and then everybody just loves clowns. I mean, not everybody, but they really all like clowns. They just say they don't.
I can say that clowns is one of those things that so many haunts play clowns that I try my hardest to filter one clown,
Hmm.
just because you have every place that has clowns. And
Yeah.
that's fine. I mean, people go, "Oh, I'm afraid of clowns." That's it gets played so much that it's almost like somebody saying, "I'm afraid of the dark." You're not afraid of the dark. You're afraid of what's in the dark. You're not
Yeah.
afraid of a clown. You're afraid of the clown that came after you.
Hmm. And like it's always good to have clowns there because like I get there's haunts that don't like to do clowns. It's definitely overplayed, but if you play them right, it's definitely worth having clowns at your haunt. Because you can always change the mood up with the clowns. Like these clowns can be scary, but then you got clowns that are more funny-ish with you. They're joking around, making you laugh, setting your mood a little different to keep you off guard.
I think Dylan wants the clown that called him on the voicemail one day. I called him up on Monday, and he called me back, and he said, "Who is this?" And I said, "It's me." He said, I said, Pyle. And he goes, oh, who left me the voicemail? I did. He goes, I'm not going to lie. That was good. I said, you should hear the voicemails I send Maximus.
Oh, God.
Sorry,
I love the voicemail series we got going on, though.
Oh, dude, if you want one of those, I will give you one of those. But I'm telling you, I don't know exactly. Not to take it away from you. My headset, it died, so it's over there. It's charging.
Yeah.
But I will tell you that when you call the president of OHA and he doesn't pick up the phone and you've got something that you want him to talk to you about, not just checking, just want you to call him back. And we're getting in that time of the season where you're practicing your vocals. I imagine you practice yours, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So I go high, I go low, I growl, I do this and that. So when I go, hello, Mr. Maximus. I need you to give me a phone call back. I just need you to ring-a-ding-ding my phone. I'll be sitting here twiddling my fingers, and I got a file out, and I'll be sharpening my teeth. That way they're nice and sharp for you. Please give me a call back. All right. Talk to you later. And that was the voicemail. He calls me, and he goes, no more. I said, what? He goes, you cannot leave me a voicemail like that. I said, what do you mean? He goes, I played it at the dinner table with my mom. And she's like, Maxie, who is that? And he goes, it's Pyle. It's the one that saved your house from that flyaway tent. And she goes, oh, he's such a good boy. And that, you have the opportunity. I can guarantee that you've called people and done your clown voice.
Oh, yeah.
Just as a practice right now. If you are a haunter and we are in September and you say, hey, I'm going to be haunting this year, and you're telling me that you have not practiced your voice once, or you have not tried to play with your high to low ratio, you are doing everything wrong right now.
Yeah, you wait till the first night and you go into it, your throat's going to be hurting.
I mean, it is... But,
dude, if you want to send me one of those little voice things in chat, the Facebook chat, for telling us about your haunt with your clown voice, I will for sure take it and put it on YouTube and Facebook and everywhere, tagging your haunt with your picture.
Okay.
That would be such a cool thing to put up for Hammer Brothers from us.
Yeah, that would be cool.
I'll tell you. Absolutely do that. Mine, and hold on, I gotta take my gum out, my focus gum here, because if I don't, I'm going to growl and I'm going to snarl and I'm going to suck it down a pipe. And it's really important to know what your ratio is, because you can go from a high voice, you can go down to a low voice, you can do this and that. But the thing is, you have to practice, because if you don't, you can't get it and get it really high down to real low without hurting yourself throughout the night. And it's great because I'll go, hello, hello. And it's great. I have little kids that go through my haunt and I go, hello, Stitch here. Come find Stitch. And then 5 minutes later, it's like, hi, how are you? I'm looking for Stitch. He's not here no more. And that's one of the things that you should always understand. One of the stories I always tell people is they had a group of girls, like little kid girls, going through a haunt that I was there, and I ran chainsaw. Easy pickings, right?
Yeah.
But I have to get them to where I need to get them, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what did I do? I looked at them and I was like, come on. And they're not coming. So I'm like, meow, meow, meow. And those girls, kitty, here, kitty, here, kitty, kitty. And the guide's like, no, you gotta go this way. And they're like, but there's a kitty. And I was like, right there, fired up the chainsaw, and I went, meow, right busting out of that spot. And it dropped them all. They were done. And I was like, well, that's 5 girls. That's 5 points for me.
Yeah.
And they looked at me and they're like, you scared the kitty away. Yeah. And I said, meow. And they're like, he's the kitty. You're a mean person, mister. Now,
That's
you were
funny.
talking about Scooby-Doo, all right?
Yeah.
And I was being really quiet because I wanted Jenny to have this moment. And yeah, I want you to know, I just seen it. And I want to make sure that I verify this with Burger King. I might actually be buying some kids' meals here pretty soon because they have Scooby-Doo Burger King toys.
I seen that.
I'm just saying.
I did see that. I have to go out there and get a couple so I can get some.
Okay. I got a really good question for you.
Yeah.
And this is me comparing you to me. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Not saying that I'm better or anything like that. What is your after haunting tradition?
Going to Waffle House.
Sir, me and you are best friends right now. I love Waffle House. If you're a haunter, after that, you're covered in this, you got makeup, this and that. The place that doesn't judge you, Waffle House.
Oh, for sure.
Absolutely. Now, here's the question. There's a couple of different Waffle Houses that you're near. You go to the one in Lima or you go to the one in Walpock?
It's got to be the one in Walpock because I don't know if the one in Lima's changed yet, but last season, I think it was like midnight, they were only pickup orders only. So we were already pretty close to Walpock anyways. It's just a couple miles down the road. So we would just go to Walpock every Saturday night because you could go in and dine in.
So here's the kicker about Waffle House up in Lima. Okay. And Waffle House in Lima, if you want to correct me on this at any given time, I will be more than happy to come hop, jump, and skip up by 75 and go visit you. But whoever programmed your air conditioner turned your entire lobby into a freezing meat packaging plant.
You know what's funny? That could have been I didn't do it last year, but I programmed it this year. Last year was the place I worked for. That's pretty funny that you say that because they want us to set it pretty low.
Low ain't the word for it. When I go and I place a order for my food and I'm like, man, I'm cold. I gotta go outside, go get my coat, come back in. My food is sitting there waiting for me and it's cold.
Yeah.
Waffle House does not serve cold food.
No.
Waffle House might serve food that is little too warm.
Mm-hmm.
Not like McDonald's coffee, but I'm telling you.
It's
if
hot.
you get cold food from Waffle House, you got problems. Like you got hungover and stuck in the bathroom. Do I feel sorry for that? No, because my sister got hungover, stuck in the bathroom, come out, and her waffle was kind of cold, and she's like, I'm not eating this. And she took it with her, and I had to do an emergency stop on I-75 because someone had to hurl, and it wasn't my vehicle. But anyway, that's one of the things. Haunts have traditions.
Oh, for sure.
Haunters have traditions.
Mm-hmm.
Your haunt might have this tradition. Your haunter might have a different tradition. Not every haunter is going to be the same at your haunt. Not every haunt is going to be the same. But it just seems like Waffle House is okay with us. You want to talk about a not judging restaurant? Waffle House.
That's them, yeah. They will not judge you.
I'm a firm believer if you want to get me something for my birthday or Christmas, it's Waffle House gift cards.
That does
now,
sound
where
good.
you're going to find them, I have no damn idea because I haven't found them, but I've received them.
Huh.
So what's another thing that you know? The haunt season's coming. What are you gearing up, looking at, and you know you're going to do because it's haunt season?
Honestly, just making sure like all of my outfits are good, all of my contacts are good, no rips. But most of the time, like I hardly have time to even look over my. I'm always at the haunt helping them with build season. Like we're
Okay.
out there as soon as we get off work, we go straight out there and bust it out. So that's the big thing. Like it's hard to maintain my own stuff and have a full time job and work at the haunt too. It's a lot, but it's fun.
Tell me about it.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine owning a haunt and having to deal with it.
Okay, there's a major difference, and everybody that has watched this channel knows that there's a major difference between my haunt and a lot of different haunts. My haunt is a charity haunt.
Mm-hmm.
Every single person there, including me, we don't get paid. We don't listen. In fact, I probably make more money if I did not run the haunt because it demands money.
Yeah.
But we take our money and we donate it to different organizations, people with cancer, this and that.
Mm-hmm.
This is one of the things that's a major thing when it comes down to haunts. Okay?
Yeah.
If you have a big crew, big name, big this and big that, you have more of the people saying, you know, I get paid.
Mm-hmm.
You have little guys out there. They're doing it for the passion. They're doing it for the love. And I'm not saying that the big ones don't do it for the passion or love. I'm saying that you are more likely to find smaller ones. And we did a podcast with Wells Township
Okay.
last year, and they are a charity haunted house.
Yeah.
They're big.
Mm-hmm. They are a decent size.
It's great. To have the following that they have is amazing.
Yeah.
To have the following I have is amazing also.
Mm-hmm.
We're also believers that every single haunted house has something different. So everybody needs to go out and go see everybody's show. If you go out and you see one show and you go back 2 weeks later, you will see a different show.
Oh, for sure.
Some parts will be the same, some parts won't be. But that is one of the biggest things. I know in my haunters they already have said it. Right before we start haunting, you will know something's up because I'll start drinking a whole bunch of Faygo. I will find Faygo. Now, Faygo is kind of hard for me to find because I drink zero sugar, and that's a Michigan thing. So there might have been a trip going to Michigan this year, but I've got sugar-free Faygo.
Huh.
Anyway, it's just something that has been in my head since I started. Haunted Town Hall. He knows that I drink a whole bunch of water. He's got water, but I only drink my water.
Yeah.
As much as he's got water, I still only drink my water. I have bags, and I bring bags in, slam them down, and put them in the corner, and my water is my water. When I started at Lockington Haunt Firehouse, the tradition was, you know, go out and have a great time. And then afterwards, go over to the firehouse and see how much popcorn you could shove in your mouth. That way they could get rid of the popcorns for a night.
Sounds like a fun time.
Oh, yeah. But I was 18, 19, 20. Sydney Haunt Woods. If there was any food, it was a miracle. But that's why you went to Waffle House.
Yeah.
My haunt now, I shut down. And anybody want to go Waffle House? No, that's cool. That doesn't mean that I don't take my family, put them to bed, and then me go to Waffle House.
It's definitely a must to go hit Waffle House at least once a weekend.
And it's great. You guys get a hold of me and wake me up because I might be sleeping. because you guys operate sometimes until 2:00 a.m.
Yeah, we stay open.
I know you
pretty
do.
late.
So I'm just saying, you guys get a hold of me. I'll do some Waffle House with you.
Okay. I'll be calling you this year.
Oh, dude. Absolutely. So what keeps you going constantly in this? And when I say this, I don't think we've ever brought this up. For dragging these hours, pounding our feet. I think I have energy for one more scare. Are we done yet? But what keeps you going? And trust me, I don't care. You could be the best haunter in the world. You could be the number one haunter, everything. But you're always going to be playing for that whole game. How does this keep you going? And I gotta bring this up. Steve, you're in Chattanooga and you're watching us. You know what else is in Chattanooga?
I'm from Chattanooga.
Steve, I hope you have yourself a wonderful Chattanooga adventure down there. And you need to come and play with us as we get ready. And man, I do not have a name for this new scene, but I feel like I just need to come up with some great name for this scene. And it just might make people sick, and I'm hoping for the best. But so what keeps you going? Because I'll tell you, energy drinks are great, but energy drinks
they're bad for you too,
dude. Some energy drink stories, but yeah.
For me, it's just energy drinks are a plus. Like, I'll drink like one a night, and that gives me a little more energy throughout the night. But just thinking about what if I miss that scare, like, that could be like one of the best scares I'll ever have. So I just gotta pretty much throughout the whole night, you just pretty much want to go all out. Because if you miss that scare, like I said, that could have been your best scare you've ever had. And you want to make sure you can see it. So you got to keep that in the back of your mind. Like, I got to see how this goes.
So one of the things I will tell everybody, if you're a brand new haunter, you're an old one, this and that, you've never heard this by anyone, I guarantee it. Hydrate.
Yes.
I don't care what you bring for snacks. I don't care what you bring to drink, but hydrate, because once you go after somebody and you cramp, it's a bad thing.
It
and
is.
You fall in a ditch underneath a bridge.
Yeah. Water is definitely important throughout the night, so that does not happen.
Yeah. Take a small over. If you miss one group, you cannot be held to anybody's standards, because everybody misses a group.
Yeah,
Everybody
everybody's
misses someone.
Yeah.
Someone is going to miss something. And the thing is, how, as a haunt actor, do you take care of yourself enough with all the colds, the hots, the fevers, all this stuff?
So, luckily, I don't really get sick a lot throughout haunt season, but when I do, like, say I have the fevers, like, I definitely work through it, but it sucks. But some, like, tea, that definitely helps. Just taking a bath, like a not super hot but not super cold bath. Just make sure you do that. That definitely helps. If I just got like a cold, runny nose, something like that, I forget what they're called, but they're these little sticks, and you just take a cap off, and you can put it up to your nose, and you just.
Oh my
sniff it.
gosh, are we going to become a TikTok commercial? Are they called the boom boom sticks or the Vicks sticks.
Yeah, Vicks. Yeah, that's what it is.
Because
That those definitely help me out a lot.
I've got Vic sticks, I've got Boom Boom sticks, I have everything. It just seems like whatever you can get, as long as it's, you can't use them all the time. Don't use them all the time.
No.
But I will tell you that they help.
Town Hall, that off-season event that we just worked a couple months ago.
Yep.
Those things kept me going. Like I don't know what I had. I think it was just a cold. I had no fever and nothing, just sore throats, runny nose. And I felt miserable, but those Vic sticks helped me out a lot. Cough drops help out a lot. I can't tell you how many cough drops I ended up taking that weekend.
So we are at our halfway.
Okay.
And as we get into the halfway, I'm going to double check with you. You going to stick with us for the second part here?
Yeah.
Okay. So what we're going to do, ladies and gentlemen, germs of all kinds, because we're talking about sickness, we're going to go and have a commercial break. We'll be back in 3 minutes. And we return as soon as you get to see the red man in the OHA shirt.
Alrighty. I'm going to go ahead and put up his Hammer Brothers picture because of the red man.
Yep, go for it. That's a good photo.
Greetings and shabebans. We are the Retro Reductibus Cephala Podcast, a long-form bi-weekly show that celebrates all the things that made growing up awesome.
Yeah, that sounds good, but I don't know what all those words mean.
I think what Parasite Steve's trying to say is that on Retro Reductibus, we explore a range of retro goodness, from toys, video games, and movies, to cartoons, and even snacks and school lunches.
Oh. And we do it all with a positive spin, a slew of killer guests, and some very adult language.
And you know what else is cool?
No.
This crazy show is part of the Door King Podcast Network with new episodes every Tentacle Tuesday.
What's that?
And if waiting 2 weeks for a new episode gives you a sad, know that we drop bonus episodes all the time, like the off-format Crow's Nest and an interview series we call The Brig.
You can listen to Retro Octopus on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, or any app that's cool enough to carry the only show that celebrates all the things that make growing up awesome.
This is Maximus Christian Bryant with the Ohio Haunters Association, President, and you are watching Chainer's Haunted Secrets on the Owl Light Network.
Dun, dun, dun! Oh, we lost the clown! while we're waiting for him to return, I want to take a moment and just tell everyone how appreciative I am that you guys all come back. You guys watch the show with us. And also, we have lots and lots of great shows on the Allight Network. We also have a new show that just debuted last week. And that show absolutely came with its own disclaimer now. Yes, when we start getting on a tangent and we're not even talking about anything dealing with that topic, by golly, do we not have a warning that comes up now? Because we all know ADHD people. And the reason that we never use this warning on this show is because most haunters are ADHD. So, sir, I want to bring this up to you.
Okay.
We talked about throat sprays, or
Yeah.
we talked about throat care.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever seen this before?
I haven't seen that one, but I have used throat
is
spray before.
Yes, this is Entertainer's Secret. And let me just tell you that it does some serious magic.
I'm gonna have to get some of that.
It is a great product. I use it. I have about 4 of them in the beginning of the year. At the end of the year, I have none because they disappear like a entertainer's secret. No, I think the haunters just steal it from me.
Seems about right.
One haunter that is notorious for taking it from me is not returning with me, sadly. I will miss him. But yes, I am losing a haunter named Broken Gear. The reason that he got called Breaking Gear is because he could break anything. Anything that was motorized through electric or gas. And when I say this, how do you break a drill? You hand it to him, he uses it, and it stops moving. How do you get rid of a gas weed whacker? You let him use it, and he freezes up the whole braking system and the motor. $300 later, hey, we learned not to let him touch things.
Yeah.
So, in a way, he would be bad touch. Bad touch for any machinery. But let's get back into this wonderful conversation of everything and anything with the haunted house industry. So, you talked about Trans World.
Yeah.
How personal opinion? Good, bad? How did you like it?
Like in general, or like this past year?
This past year in general.
So, my opinion on this past year. Don't get me wrong, I love the show, but I feel like not a lot of the bigger vendors returned. Like there's a lot of people I didn't see this year. It was all it's always great to have the new vendors in, but at the same time I was expecting to see them, and I didn't see anything on like their websites, Facebook, nothing to like, oh, we're not going to be as. That's the time I go and I buy everything I need for the season that I can.
Yeah.
So it kind of sucked when half of them weren't there that I was looking forward to see. But overall, I love going out there. It's a great time just seeing new people, new ideas, seeing all the costumes and stuff and props, makeup. There's always really cool airbrush makeup going on the floor. And then all the big animatronics, like that Frankenstein head this year, that was really cool.
Yes, absolutely. That was, man, that took me off guard because I didn't know exactly what it was until I really was interested in looking into it and come to realize it is a 3D haunted house that you can watch through goggles. And all I could think of was, well, I'm done. I ain't got no job. AI just took it.
Yeah. Did you see the Darkness? They have one of those in there now. I don't know if they bought one or if they got the one from the show floor, but they have that in their haunt now, so that's pretty cool.
I'm trying to think.
That's one of the haunts that's open the weekend or the week of Transworld out there in St. Louis.
Right. Was that one of the ones that was on the tour?
I don't think so.
Okay. So I was able to go there, and I did not go through any of the haunts while I was there. Got there the first day of the convention, and was trying to get my bearings because this is actually the first year I went.
Oh, okay.
And I will not be bummer right now, but I will not be able to go Transworld this coming up year. And I will not be able to go to East Coast or Midwest. And it's just a hit towards me, but anybody that knows me in my personal life, I've got a kid and he's going to be a senior. Why would I want to go to these shows when we're going to go to New Orleans? So I'm going to apply myself the best I can and go to these. There's also a possibility of me going in the off season to a couple of haunts that said, yes, we will open our doors to show you behind the scenes, because I love the scares, but I love to see behind the scenes too. And
yeah, it's always cool.
It's always a great show when you're sitting there and you see an animatronic, and then you can go and turn around and see how the animatronic, like people that have dragons. It's very interesting having dragons, and I want to look at how you have this entire dragon scene, because when you see dragons, you think castle, but Haunted Hoochie does not use it in that. It uses it as protecting eggs for being one of the monsters, which is a great concept.
Yeah.
I am never going to say that your concept on a haunted house is incorrect, because I'm not visualizing the exact same thing you, and you can pull off some amazing things.
Not to cut you off, but a haunt that has a really good dragon scene. I don't know if Hell's Gate out in Illinois.
Yes.
Chicago. They have a really good dragon scene.
They do. They do. I went through Hell's Gate last year in 2024 when we were doing Midwest Haunters Convention.
Okay.
And trust me, that was awesome to go through there, and then just to see how they did their haunt as, okay, this group's going, this group's going, this group's going. And then all of a sudden they cluster them back up to give them a new story of where you're going. Okay, this group, this group, this group, this group. Okay, cluster again. And that was so awesome. But spoiler alert right here, right now. If you're a haunter or you're a haunt actress, let me just tell you right now. People outside the haunt house industry, you will never figure this out. But some haunters don't like to be scared.
Nah.
It is so hilarious. You're like, just looking at him. Wow. But yeah, Hell's Gate, absolutely great job. There is so many different haunters there that, man, they did a great job entertaining us before we could go in.
Yeah.
And that's one of the key factors. I love doing that, is I want to see your show, but I want to be entertained. And I'm a person that I get into it, and I'm really bad about taking pictures. And being on this podcast means I should take pictures, and people really get on me about that. I'm sorry, Friday. I'm bad. But yeah. Friday, you're being quiet. Do you need time to say something? Should I shut up?
Oh, I always have things to say.
Oh,
It's just I found something on this network. They everybody else always has things to say too, so we all want to ask questions. I think this one can go for both of you. Do you have a haunter that has helped you, like a mentor that you can always ask questions to and learn things from?
Oh, most definitely. Mine would be Dakota Donovan. I go to him for all of my questions.
That is awesome. What about you, Pyle?
There was a lot of mentors I had in the beginning, but being a haunt owner, you kind of start fixating in a different direction. And it is really hard for me not to give credit where credit is due. I will say that when I was just starting out, I had so many mentors, but they weren't trying to be mentors. They were just trying to do the motions of trying to get stuff done. But I learned so much from them. And then I was told at a haunt that I would never own my own haunt. I would never make a successful haunt. So that was the weirdest weirdest one I could ever think of, because what he taught me was something he wasn't trying to teach me. He taught me how to push and make myself better, and I have to give him credit, even though he probably doesn't want the credit and he doesn't remember telling me what he told me, but I do, because it got burned in my skull. But yeah, Sydney Haunt Woods told me I would never be able to have a successful haunt. And when I left, I had no plans on doing a haunt. But now, when it talks about mentors, I'm just taking in everything that everybody's putting in. So in a way, everybody's who I idolize. And that's a great thing, because people look at me and say, I got so much I could learn from you. And it's like, you ain't got nothing learned from me. I'm just me. But when it comes down to the haunted house industry, he's going to get a big head. And I'm just going to tell you, he's going to get a big head on this. One of the greatest mentors on how to do stuff in haunted house industry is always going to be Max for me.
Mm-hmm.
Because Max has taught me one of the best things that you could teach me is go up to people and go, hi, introduce yourself, and say, so what haunted houses are you thinking about going to? And if they say haunted houses I'm going to, I'm a haunt actor. That sets up everything. That right there is what you need. That's what you should do. And he's done it for years and years and years. And he does not remember how he taught me that. And I told him, I said, oh, I do. Because I said, how do you talk to these people? And you go, oh, hi, I'm Maximus Christian Bryant. I love haunts. What haunts do you go to? That's what sets you up. And ever since I started doing this podcast, I've been finding people on TikTok. Hi, I'm Pyle Hazard. I'm a host of a haunted house industry podcast. You want to come on the show? And feedback's been good. And feedback's been really slow sometimes. Well, you know
Dude,
what?
that's what happened with him. He just answered your question. Yes, I want to come.
Right, and that's one of the things. I love finding out people. And yes, we had a numerous amount of people from Hammer Brothers Haunted Circus before. But you know what? Like I told everybody, everyone's going to have a different site in this industry, even though it's the same haunted house. Now, can I have 27 all right in a row? No, because then I would have to figure out what year needs to be a different haunt. So we're glad that you came. We are absolutely love having you.
Yeah.
And when it comes down to who I just can't get enough of, we had him on the show. We made a banner because of him. And I'm just telling you, we don't get rid of this banner because I'm just saying it. Alan Hops was a great interview. Yes, someone said something about Alan Hops. And if you do not know Alan Hops, go on Facebook, go on YouTube. YouTube pretty much has got every single Alan Hops. Go ahead and look at his stuff. He will show you things that you never thought that you would be able to really investigate into. That is one of the people that's really great. He shows pros and home hunters how to make stuff, and that's great. So that's one of the things I just can't wait to see is when someone else, and he made a comment, when everybody says that they're watching him, he's like, well, I'm watching all of you guys. And that's the thing. I'm just one person. I love watching all of you guys. Love having everybody on this show. Love watching people that make comments. Hey, did you know that you can post a comment and you can ask some of the questions? And you can. Did you know that? It's right over. Yeah, it's over there. Or it might be down there. I mean, my
Up,
comment.
down, wherever they
over.
hide it, please ask questions. And
Yeah,
I do want to thank you, gentlemen, both of you gentlemen, all the other haunters who have been here for helping me achieve my dream.
I don't know what the dream was. Riding a bicycle.
No. I've been able to do that for a while, but talking to actual haunters, being able to meet them, learning the I get to learn so much from you guys, and I've wanted to do this since I was a teenager. I've got to learn about the terminology used in the field and what happens. And yes, each haunt is different and each haunter is different, but that's why haunting is so much fun from my side and your side.
So I feel like one of these shows we should go through haunting lingo, because there is some haunting lingo. Number one, at no haunt has it ever been acceptable to say boo. Okay. Please, if you're a new haunter or you're a person going through, boo. Boo is what you call somebody you like. They're my boo. Boo is not a scare word. Now, have I used boo to scare some? Yeah. In fact, I got my ass ripped by somebody that goes, oh, darling, I know you must be new, but the things that you don't say, you just said them all. You don't say boo, and you don't say get out of here, and you don't say, what was the other thing that you said? I said, want to have some fun? Yeah, you definitely don't say that, because they're going to take it in such a bad way. And I know you're new at this, but I want to tell you, you can do better. What happened was I had one of my haunters come in that room, and she knows the rules. And I screwed with her by telling her, boo! Get out of here! You want to come play? I know the rules. And you know what? There's a time and a place for every single thing.
Mm-hmm.
But we should not say boo. Boo's one of those things. Some clowns, it's not respectable. With you, it might be. But some clowns, it's not respectable to say you want to honk my horn. I'm just telling you. One clown came after me and said, you want to honk my horn? And I said, buddy, I will grab both of your horns at once. And he looked at me and goes, no, 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 no. But this is the thing. When you are haunting, there is lingo. What's something that you know you should not say?
Definitely some of the ones you said, like boo or get out or want to play a game. If there's little kids, you don't just say, oh, you're gonna like rip their insides out and just stuff like that. If they're little kids, you don't have to say all of that.
Okay.
Like, you can, but like to a certain point. Like if they're sitting there like bawling their eyes out and just want to be done, don't keep going on them.
I can understand that one.
Yeah.
Okay. You know what? Little Timmy
These two.
Little Timmy busted a window out. By golly, I'm going to tell him. I'm going to describe what I'm going to do to him.
It's okay. These two girls I got, yeah, they'd be okay. They'd be able to deal with what you're saying, and then they'll turn their head sideways and say in their sickly sweet smile voice, "I want your ankles," and because you're going to scare them, and they're going to automatically do what they do when they're scared. They get creepy.
Okay. Got a daughter. She's learning how to haunt. Okay. We have to teach her things not to say. Okay. Son had to go through this whole thing too. Okay. Here's one of the key things you don't say. You ready? I'm going to eat your colon. That just makes everybody freeze up.
Yeah.
Even the rest of us were like, wow, you went hard. And the person's like, do you even know what a colon is? Yes. And this is going to be delicious. And I'm like,
oh, God.
So me and him had to have a talk. My daughter has used the same thing. I'm going to eat your colon. And it's like, where did you children figure this one out? These are things you don't say. I'm going to eat your colon is not acceptable. I will tell you also, some haunted houses, they are handicap accessible. Okay. Which is great. Do not look at the handicapped person and say, I eat vegetables. And then point at a whole stack of wheelchairs.
Oh, God.
Oh.
I'm just saying it's been done. It's been done.
Oh, no.
And I even looked at him and goes, wow.
That's an interesting one.
I mean, some houses are handicap accessible, and having somebody in a wheelchair going through and saying, I eat vegetables, but it's kind of hard to hide the wheelchairs, and then point at the stack of wheelchairs. It's like, I feel like you crossed the line, but not sure where the line was. What is... So, Joey, I'm going to ask you a good question here, okay?
Yeah.
What is your objective as a haunt actor?
Like, with the groups coming through, or just overall?
Overall.
My overall goal is just to have fun with it, figure out new things to do with it. Just do the best I can with it.
Mine has always been to entertain and to offend. And I say that, and somebody's going to go, how dare you want to offend? No, no. Offensive could be anything from me making you feel very uncomfortable because the gestures I'm doing, to me absolutely saying or hanging people from hooks. Or offensive is a non-good feeling. And I will tell you right now, when somebody says I'm offended, I look at them and say, I did my job. Well, that's not right. You should not have that right there. Did it make you feel uncomfortable? Well, yeah. Then I did my job.
That is true.
And that's one of the things in haunted houses. Our jobs is to entertain and make you feel uncomfortable. And boy, if I can't make you uncomfortable, I'm going to make you laugh, because you need to enjoy your time here.
Yeah.
And it is so hard to scare some people.
It
might be
is.
able to make a 7-foot guy scream like a little girl, and the 5-foot woman look at me and go, "I got you." Jesus, I bet you do. Holy crap! So, this is one of the questions we love throwing at guests.
Mhm.
What is a situation that has not worked out in the beginning, but you were able to overcome it and make it work for you?
There's a couple of them, but the biggest one that I've had. So it was actually last year. There was this group, and it was like two guys, and I'm guessing it was their girlfriends or something.
Mhm.
And I scared them. Well, they said that I was looking at their girlfriends too long. I did not even notice they were there. And you know how most guys get when they're drunk or whatever. They start getting mad, worked up.
Oh.
So they started getting worked up, and they started wanting to fight me. So I just started making fun of them. And then when I made fun of the one guy, the guy's buddy started laughing. He started having a good time again. Well, when I
Okay.
made fun of the other guy, the guy that's sorry, the guy
I seen the lights.
You dropped us on our head.
Dylan's blowing my phone up right now. Oh my god, he sent me so many videos. But when I started making fun of the other guy that's still mad, or no, when I started making fun of the guy that I haven't yet, the other guy that's mad started having a good time. So overall, they both got a kick out of me making fun of each other, and they both thought it was funny. So in the end, they're just like, "Oh, what the hell?"
So, I went to a haunt and I was guest acting,
Mhm.
and this guy came up to me, and his girl was right there. He came flying up to me and goes, "Hey, I don't appreciate you looking at my girl like that." And I said, "Oh, shoot. I'm just letting you know she is not my type." And he goes, "Oh, well, you like guys?" I said, "No, she got a pulse." And he goes, "What?" I said, "Yeah." I said, "She ain't got that rigor mortis." I said, "Do you know how it feels to hold somebody that their rigor mortis 100%? You just grab them, and the greatest thing is you can give them a bear hug, and all you hear is snap, crackle, pop, and pieces are flying. It's the greatest feeling." I said, "So I'm just going to have to pass on her." And he just looked at me and goes, "What's wrong with you?" I said, "Well, your mom said I was perfectly A-okay." And that was a whole different discussion for him, and he wanted to leave. He
Yeah,
didn't want to get into mom jokes. I was like, that's
bet.
not fair.
Dude, that's
I
like
s-
with Raz and his one joke. That's why I always ask if he wants spray if he brought a shovel.
You know, some of them people that you've been letting them lie in the ground for so long, they have the best sense of humor.
They
You
do.
know what sense of humor they got? It don't matter. They just shut up and take it. I've told people that before. Oh. So, do you have pockets on your costume?
I do.
Okay. Could you hold a pair of pliers?
Yeah.
Okay. Can I make a suggestion for you to have a little fun with your clown?
Sure.
Okay. Now you're getting this off of my character. So if
Okay.
my character ever meets your character, you're gonna have to ask me if I got my pliers.
Okay.
Because yeah. Anybody that has piercings, I love piercings. We can always make the joke about how did you get in here with that? Should have been detected on the metal detector, this and that. But I love human anatomy. I have anatomy books left and right down here. One of the things I love is telling people how they put piercings in. and how they properly take them out. And then I tell them, that's not how I'm going to be taking them out, though. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take my hand, I'm going to hold you. And you're going to be squirming, and I don't care, because squirming is half the fun. And I'm just going to take the pliers and clamp onto your piercing and slowly pull it out a little bit. And as soon as you think it's starting to come out, I'm going to put it back in and then pull it out really quick. That way I can do the maximum damage. And I'm not pulling them out through this way. Oh, no. You go through this way. That way, that big stone can tear all that.
Mm-hmm.
And then you tell them how you're doing the nose piercing. And then you tell them, and this is what really gets all the fun, I'm going to find every piercing on you. From your head down to your little tippy toes. Because I know some of them get piercings in the web of their feet. For some reason, people pierce the webbing of their feet. Don't know why. I think that would be very awkward.
Yeah.
But people do it. I have a friend that does tattoos and piercings. She has no idea. But so when I tell people this, you can tell because they'll go like this. And then they'll go like this, and they'll hold their tongue. And the best one is going. It's like, oh, I can tell where I'm going to be going here.
Jesus.
And that's one of the things that if you do it properly, it is so great because you tell them. And then you're always going to have that one that comes up to you and goes, do it. Do it. I like it like that. And you look at them and go, oh, hold on. Let me go get the keys to the truck. But yeah, I just something to suggest to you.
Yeah.
If you want to play that game, you're more than welcome. Friday, you look like you're about ready to point until you go right through my head here. What you got?
No, she keeps the keys in her pocket. A pair of keys that are car keys or truck keys.
Mm-hmm.
Keep them in your pocket, and then you say, "Okay, I got the keys to the truck. And the jumper cables are right on the seat waiting."
I've so told people I got batteries, and trust me, I'm going to give you such a jolt. But yeah,
dude, all you need is the battery from the drill. Heck, you can jump your truck with it.
Yeah, that's true. I actually have that system where I can actually. Have I done it? Yes. Do I have too many batteries for the haunt? Yes. Does it come in more than one use? Yes. Everything I have run off of those batteries? Yes. Did broken gear break some of that stuff? Oh, yes. But so and the thing is, this is all legit questions about haunted houses.
Yeah.
So technically, I'm not scrolling off a single thing.
No, not at all.
We still don't need the squirrel warning. But when it comes down to haunted houses, you like going through them, right?
Mm-hmm.
What's some of the favorite things that you like to go through a haunted house? And I will tell you now, if you don't know it and you're watching this show and you're not a haunter, we like haunted houses. Some of us don't like to be scared, but haunters are really touchy-feely people because we want to touch and figure out how they made that. We do improper touching of buildings. Bad touching of buildings. There you go.
That is true. I do touch a lot of the props. Whenever I go to one, I like to see like dense church area they added. I think it was last year or the year before, where they have the church benches and then they have all the ghosts sitting on them. Just a good church scene. I always love going through stuff like that. If a haunt can pull off a chainsaw scene really good, I like chainsaw scenes too. I really like doctors' areas as well. like town halls, they have a really good doctor's area. We have a really good doctor's room too. That's mostly the main things I really like to go through, and then like tight spaces, dark tight spaces to where you have to find your way out. I like that stuff too.
Haunted Town Hall. For you people that have never been to Haunted Town Hall, I highly recommend going through it once. They have a tilt maze, and when I say tilt, I mean it is a very great degree that you have to go through this maze while going up and back, and this. There's something in that maze I want to tell everybody about, but I want you to go see it and not know what you got into. But everyone that hits that prop, you can tell when they hit that prop.
Yeah.
And I think it's great. I laughed. The person right behind me laughed. Some of the props right beside us laughed too. But it is absolutely, no kidding, a great show. Here in October, we are finally going to get Ned. And he has got the cone of shame on him right now.
He does.
Fell off a ladder. And we wish Ned the best. And I asked him, are you going to cancel on me? He goes, no, I'm not canceling on you. I'm going to do everything I can to make sure that I'm there in October. So in October, we're actually going to have Ned Boffman, owner of Haunted Town Hall. We might have his wife, which is a special guest, because if you don't know who she is, she's the one that plays the female doctor, and she absolutely can't wait to do TikToks. She does a great job on her TikToks.
Mm-hmm.
But so what do you want us to know about Hammer Brothers Haunted Circus that you think people don't know and they should know?
So, a lot of people don't know about the Funhouse. Now that it's up, I can say more about it. It's one big building. It's its own attraction. You go in, and I can't tell you what you're walking on, but when you walk in, you have to grab the walls to keep your balance. But right now, we're trying to figure out. So on the walls, we have shock. I don't know what they're called, but when you reach out to get your balance, it might shock you. And then throughout the whole attraction, there's like 20 something strobe lights, I think, that just shine down. So that's already taken away your vision. Nothing, you can't see where you're going. It's nothing but fog. There's walls so you'll go into tight spaces, and there's walls that close in on you. They don't hit you, but they'll close in and make it seem like they're about to hit you. And it pins you up against the wall, and you have to crawl your way out. And then it's a lot of people think it's just one walk-through maze straight all the way through, but we have sliding doors in there that we can change the layout of the path at any given time. So if you're going one way, we can close this door, and you have to come back, and you have to go a separate way. So it's one big maze you have to find your way through. And then we have really loud music playing, so you have no contact with your group. You could be right next to them, and you can't tell what they're saying. The only thing you're going to hear is the music and then the actors when they come up to you. A lot of people don't know about that attraction yet, but we're hoping more people like it, put it out there so more people find out about it. And then we are a hands-on haunt. You will get touched. if you don't want the extreme touch, don't buy the glow necklace. You're not going to have a good time if you buy it and you don't want touched. We're not also all clowns. There's hillbillies, zombies, clowns, anything you can think of. That's the biggest thing when they hear Hammer Brothers Haunted Circus. They're like, oh, it's just clowns. It's not. That's pretty much it. Like everything else everybody's seen, we've posted about it on TikTok. So they all pretty much know what it is. The Homestead's a haunted house. But the stuff we're doing this year, it's going to be really different. And then the Cornfield, everybody loves the Cornfield for some reason. That's our number one attraction every year is that. That's also getting changed up this year. I think we have a really interesting queue line too. Like everything's under roof. You won't get wet. Always actors up there changing every night. I think we have one of the most unique queue lines out there, in my opinion. Like I've never seen anything like it.
Well, I'll tell you, you said something, and I'm glad that you pointed this out. In the 2 shows that we've had actors from the Haunted or from Hammer Brothers here, okay? And I want to point this out. This is the 2nd show that we've had actor.
Mm-hmm.
No one has said anything about not having having just clowns. No one has pointed that out except for you. And the other one, it was like, hey, can I add this person into this group? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And we had like so many people. We almost, I think we had 6 or 7 people in here at once.
Yeah.
But none of them said anything about it's not just clowns. So let me say thank you for pointing that out, because as a person that wants to see more than clowns, this is a haunt that you will get more than just clowns. But the clowns have overtaken 90% of this is the way now I'm understanding it.
So the main reason we have that name is because when we first started, it pretty much was just like a circus almost. Like we had a huge circus tent. Like I don't know if you've drove past the haunt before or not before, but we have that huge shelter house. It's massive. We had a circus tent the same size, and it was a complete circus tent. And we would do circus acts. Like you'd walk through, and there'd be stations, and each station was a different circus act. Like we'd have somebody up on one of those pinwheels.
Yep.
And we'd make it seem like we were throwing knives at them. Just stuff like that. So when we first started, it made sense to have that name. But now that we've never been all clowns, but at first it was definitely more clowns than anything. But now we're breaking it up. Like you got your clowns, hillbillies, zombies, just it's all different. That's what a lot of people don't know.
I can tell you, I didn't know that. I will also tell you, first time I went past Hammer Brothers
Mm-hmm.
in the spring. And if you don't know what you're looking at, you really think it's some kind of kids' playland.
Okay.
Because the reason I say this is that is the first time I've ever seen a Little Texas Roadhouse.
Okay, so
I was so confused. I was like, Happy Children Land. These guys like Texas Roadhouse so much that they actually have a Little Texas Roadhouse.
So the story behind that is they used to sponsor us.
Right.
And so we have the Texas Roadhouse. We have Bobcat of Lima building. those were some of our sponsors when we first started, and a lot of people just wanted to see our sponsors in it. So we built those buildings so they could. That's for our hunt attraction. You walk through and you clear those buildings out on foot with a paintball gun.
Okay.
But none of that. Do what?
It was just really weird. Me and a semi going past, and it's fertilizer season, and me going, that's a little man, these people really liked in Texas Roadhouse. Then I went to Texas Roadhouse and I seen one of your guys' banners years ago. And I said, okay, that's the connection.
Yep.
But yeah, that's the first impression of that property I ever got. And then I start learning a lot more about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's wonderful that we actually bring up that you guys actually have more than clowns, because you know, in the name circus, you just expect clowns or ringleaders or this and that.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's kind of like going to Haunted Hurrah.
You
hear Haunted Hurrah, you think of military, and that's exactly what they take and do everything with. Very, very interesting haunt. Been able to go through that during the summer this year. OHA meeting. But yeah, absolutely. So before we end the show, I do have some information for you guys one way or another, because we all like information. So here pretty soon, they're going to announce and launch the memberships for the Ohio Haunters Association. You can be a non-paid or you can be a paid member. Paid members will be able to go to special events. They will be able to go to different haunts and have discounts at these haunts. And the list is going to come out over and over and over. The memberships are only going to be $20. We have our very first member that's already taken care of from out of state, and we are very grateful. The Ohio Haunters Association is also going to have Midwest sorry about that. He's going to have a convention, and this convention is going to be in between haunt seasons in May. So we're going to go ahead and put up the website for Ohio Haunters Association. It's ohiohaunters.com. Go there, find out all your details about the convention that's coming in May. It is on Mother's Day weekend, so there will be some haunt mamas. Because if I say hot mamas, it's incorrect. It's haunt mamas. This convention is going to be at the Reformatory in Mansfield. Reason I know a whole bunch about this is because I might be the fancy term director of memberships for the Ohio Haunters Association. That means that you get a membership. You guys can go ahead and fill out all stuff. And I'm the one that's going to be taking a wonderful membership, making it out with your name and sending it to wherever in the wonderful world. And you know what? Maybe somebody someday will be from Canada. And you know what? I want to be a member. Don't know why, but welcome aboard.
I can tell you why I did it. You saw that last kid that came on to say hi.
Yes.
She has been looking at all sorts of videos online to try to learn how to make the animatronics, try to learn what you can do for haunts to make it all look really cool and scary. And you guys promised there to be more online classes. And that was like one of those perks of, okay, baby girl, they want to help you learn too. Mommy will do this.
That's absolutely true. The board has decided that we were going to make a reviewable amount of videos. if you're one of the paid members, you get to do it. Every year, your membership will return, and it will be $10 instead of $20. More information will be coming out for Ohio Haunters Association, but I know that Chainer's Haunted Secrets gets to do something with the convention because the convention is coming, and there is a party, and we are sponsoring it. So we are paying the DJ for this event. We are very proud to be the ones that are going to be assisting in making sure that you guys have a wonderful event. So please look at ohiohaunters.com, get as much information as you want. And the next thing I want to bring up, because we can, this is our email. Friday, can you double check this email and make sure that this is the correct email?
I know it's the correct email because I made it and I check it almost every day. I say almost every day because on the weekends I'm like, I don't want to do any of the things sometimes because I got family things to do. So chainershauntedSecrets@gmail.com. Please email me. I don't care if you email me a cute picture of your dog. Come talk to me. I want to find out what you're doing, Haunters. I want you to be on the show. Because this guy, he answered the video, said, yeah, I want to come on. And I'm like, yay! I get to see a clown.
So I do want to point out that our haunt does have a dog. Her name is Sadie. And she is your support dog as soon as you get the crap scared out of you. Because people go up, sit down, and Sadie takes her head and puts it underneath your hand. So she gets pets, but it calms down the people. Has this worked? Many times over. We are also a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful people that believe that cancer sucks. And we should scare cancer away. So if you guys want to, take a little time. If you're able to, make a donation. Let's scare cancer.com because we all want to scare cancer away. If you don't know what Let's Scare Cancer is a nonprofit organization that gets funds to help haunters with cancer. It's very important. We are finding out that there's great treatments coming out. I know a person that he actually had throat cancer. One of the great things that we have seen lately is that his throat cancer, there was a gel that was developed that he could actually have the gel, swallow the gel, and it helps prevent the radiation from destroying inside his throat. Something great. And then we've got one more, and I'll turn it over to Jenny for this one.
Okay, guys, it is National Suicide Day, but for us as haunters and people who work in the medical industry, because CNA, we want you to remember that you have friends, you have loved ones. Please talk to them, or please text the line below or call 988 and talk to somebody, anybody. I know it has not hurt, but I know it has helped recently because I didn't know my friend had been going through so much, so hard, and we were able to help her get a support network. We were able to find things in her area that could help her get out of the bad spot and help her get out of the thing that was causing the really bad thoughts. So remember, we want you to be here. You're loved. Text this. Email me. I will email you back and forth every day just so you have somebody to talk to. I don't care. Please stay here. Stay with us. We want to talk to you. We want you to be here as our viewers and our friend. And 988 or 741741. Text hello. There's somebody to talk to you. We want you to stay here. We want you to live because you will get past this hurdle. you have survived 100% of the bad days you have had before. We want you to be there for all the ones in the future that could be the best days ever.
And one of the things I do want to point out is that haunt season brings out the best in a lot of people. And once we go ahead and shut the doors and lock the chains and pull all the monsters away, the true monster of depression absolutely does come out. And it does affect us really hardly. If you guys did not know, statistics have shown that, hey, between Thanksgiving and Christmas is the hardest time. So please go check on your friends. Go invite them to Waffle House. There you go. Invite them to Waffle House. Allow them to vent. And you know what? You might be able to see the Waffle House ninja take on the wild chair guy. You know what? True. Bring your phone. You might be able to put it on TikTok. But no matter what, check on your friends. And if you're having a rough day, I want you to know right now, at no point in your rough days that you have from now on will you be able to say that no one cares. Because I care. I might not know you. I might not know anything about you right now. But you know what? I care. And by golly, if I find out something happened, I care. Uncle Bad Touch, I care about you.
Care about you too.
I just want you to know, without a doubt, sir, no matter how many bad touches you do, I care. And make sure that you check on your haunt family. And make sure that everybody knows that you care.
Well, for sure.
I don't care. Every haunt night, have a meeting. Mm-hmm. Say, have a little chant. Do something. Put your hands up and be there for each other. But I think that's pretty much everything we got. Anything else we got right now?
No. I think we covered all of the things that we needed to cover. And we just need to know where Uncle Bad Touch wants people to come be touched.
Okay, yeah, where can people reach you and touch you at?
At Hammer
Where's
Brothers
your no-no square?
Hammer Brothers Haunted Circus in Waynesfield, Ohio. We open September 19th through November 1st every Friday and Saturday night. We open at 8 p.m. and our last ticket is sold at 11:30 p.m.
Okay. One of the things I will point out about Hammer Brothers, and I want you guys really, really think of this, okay? There's no excuse for saying that I can't get there, because if you are coming from the north on I-75 and you get to Lima, you can jump off on 117, correctly?
Yep.
And you just follow 117. If you are coming from Columbus, you can follow 33. And then there's a little jog there, but 117 and 33 get to say hello to each other.
Yep.
Okay? If you are coming from I-75 and you're going north, you can get off at I know it's going to be a weird name, but it's called Uniopolis. And you can follow that right towards that area. Or you can, follow 33. Well, I mean, there's plenty of ways. There's no excuse that you guys cannot figure out how to get there. There are some haunts that are like a mystery game to find. And trust me, your GPS doesn't go and bring you there. Why? Because the reception doesn't even know it exists.
Mm-hmm.
This is not one of those haunts. You're going to be able to get closer, and then you're going to start seeing random cars in ditches, random cars in parking areas, random cars all over. Because I have had the honor of going, what the heck is this? Oh, they're haunts running. That's why it is.
Yeah.
I need to detour that when I'm driving my semi at night. But no matter what, If you didn't know, it is officially haunt season. There
Yeah.
are haunted houses open right now. We are in September. They go until the middle of November sometimes. Do yourself a favor and figure out which haunted houses you're going to go to and figure out how to get paid, or figure out how you're going to get paid so you can spend the money on going through different things. So that's what we have for you guys tonight. I hope everyone has a great evening, and hopefully you guys all start figuring out what haunts you're going to go to, because I'll tell you what, I know for a fact that there are haunts open this weekend. When do you guys open?
September 19th. So not this weekend, but next.
So September 19th, there's haunted houses. Oh yeah. You guys, I think you guys open, and Hell's Dungeon is open.
Yep.
And Forsaken Forest is open.
Mm-hmm.
I can check, but I think Woods of Terror is open. So many haunts that we have not covered. You're gonna get into the haunt season really hardcore. And when is the best time of the season for you guys to get people to come in?
So we usually get a lot of people. Usually our first weekend's kind of slow. It really picks up our second weekend of September. October's super busy. But what we always tell people is buy your tickets when we first open, and then come in October. Fridays is our slower days, so if you don't want to wait in a line, come Friday. But it's like any haunt, you're gonna wait in some sort of line.
unless you're coming to my haunt and it's one of those questionable nights where might be thunderstorms. We have no line then. I'm just saying, people are scared of lightning, and going through trees is not a factor.
Yeah.
So, yes, please go out, go visit your local haunts, go visit some distant haunts, go visit the big ones, go visit the small ones. The small ones might amaze you in seeing how they put stuff together. You might find a kid in a bowl that looks like a fish, and he swore up and down he was an alien. Dude, I am so sorry. You looked great.
What?
I'm telling you. I didn't know
an alien?
I didn't know what was going on. There was a trampoline, and that was the spaceship. I was so confused of what the scenario was, and he had like a giant fishbowl on his head, and then after someone pointed out that he was trying to be an alien, I felt terrible because I looked at him. I said, I am so confused in your concept. But you know what? You gotta start somewhere, don't you? You can't start on top.
He had.
I was so confused.
He used what he had. He tried so hard.
I'm not saying he didn't try. I'm just saying, and the creepiest guy that I've ever met was at that same place. It was just a guy that followed you around with a freaking Jack in the Box that didn't pop. Like, seriously, he would follow you, and he was in a black outfit and constantly following you. And I'm like, I want to give you brownie points. The gorilla over there ain't doing nothing for me. You are. And then all of a sudden we get into the area where there's the fishbowl, and I said, I have no idea what that is. And my wife now smacked me and said, he's an alien. That's his space helmet.
There's always different kinds of aliens out there.
That's true. I would have been scared if he had a piranha going around in a circle around his face.
That would have been cool.
That would have got my attention a little more. I am so sorry, dude. If you are that child from 12 years ago, and you were in the Cincinnati area at the Haunted Town Hall down in Cincinnati area, and this was a scout event, I am so sorry we understand you had to start somewhere. I'm not making fun of him. I'm just saying this was my bad. I had no understanding of what it was. But that trampoline was not a spaceship. So yeah, guys, as I'm going down memory lane, let's go ahead and get the heck out of here. And once again, thank you guys very much for watching our show. And don't forget, go see a haunted house. Bye.
Yes.